Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Leach, back here with another reaction video. As y'all see by the title, we have another NBA trade. The Utah Jazz have traded Collin Sexton to the Charlotte Hornets for Jusuf Nurkic. Yeah, let's get right into it. Another trade.
Let's bring in Sam Quinn to talk about this
Hornets
trade
acquired
here. So
Sexton,
Sam, where does this sort of sit with you?
2021
How does it
second-round
resonate
pick
with
from
you about
Jazz
what we're learning today?
For Nurkic.
Yeah, this is an interesting trade for Charlotte, right? They'd been linked to a lot of the guards on the free agent market. Ty Jerome was a name that was getting thrown around. They clearly wanted to get another ball handler behind LaMelo Ball, and I think they've done very well. Clearly on the free agent market.
Bro, they was talking about they was trying to get Ty Jerome. No. We need Ty back, but I don't really think he's gonna come back. But you know, there's still hope. But yeah, I doubt he'll come back. But yeah. I really don't like this for Collin Sexton because, you know, he needed to go to a contender, and the Hornets are not a contender, so I feel bad for Sexton.
Ty Jerome was a name that was getting thrown around. They clearly wanted to get another ball handler behind LaMelo Ball, and I think they've done very well here. Collin Sexton is a good player. He hasn't grown into the defender that we would have hoped when he got drafted, but he's gotten over a lot of the ball hog tendencies from his early years in Cleveland. He can shoot, he can get...
Ball hog tendencies? What are you talking about, bro? Ball hog tendencies. This dude does not know what he's talking about. Bro, he did not ball hog in Cleveland, bro. He didn't, bro, but okay, bro.
To the basket. He's a valuable player, right? I'm surprised that they could get him at this price because it was just a few months ago that Phoenix had to give up a first-round pick just to dump Jusuf Nurkic, right? Like, I'm surprised that they're not only are they making this swap, they're getting a draft pick to do this. So for Charlotte, this is a great trade. For Utah, I have some questions, right? First things first, Collin Sexton, they probably could have gotten pretty good value for him at the deadline. He's been available at multiple trade deadlines in the past. At the very least, you figure you wouldn't have had to attach a draft pick to get off of him.
Yeah, I would definitely say the Hornets won this trade to get Sexton and a 2020 30 second round pick from the Jazz. And then the Jazz get Nurkic, which, I mean, I guess it's not bad for the Jazz. I mean, I don't know.
Now they do. I think this is indicative of Danny Ainge's trend as a GM. He tends to hold on to players and wait for the big package, right? He never trades players unless he thinks he's getting a huge return. Well, the downside of acting that way strategically is that sometimes you're just never going to get that package. And when you want to move a guy, you kind of have to settle for less, which is what they did here.
So just to piggyback off of that then, because I've been hearing about them trying to move on from Collin Sexton, John Collins, Jordan Clarkson, Sam. So what's the likelihood you think that Danny Ainge has yet to be done yet dealing?
Oh, I assume there's more to come here. So interestingly, Austin Ainge, who's now new president of basketball operations, Danny's son, he takes over last month. He at his press conference, he gets asked if Utah is going to continue to manipulate minutes with their veteran players, you know, in an effort to lose games down the stretch. And he was pretty emphatic. We're not going to do that this year, right? Well, the Jazz also owe a top 8 protected first-round pick to the Thunder that they really don't want to give away this year, right? Especially to the Thunder of all teams. So I almost wonder if this is a backdoor way of ensuring that you keep that pick. You can't manipulate minutes on good players if you don't have good players. So I do think they're going to continue to try to trade their veterans. They do want to keep that pick regardless of what they're saying at press conferences. And this is a way to do that because Jusuf Nurkic is not the player he was in Portland anymore. The Suns had to give up a first-round pick to
for Portland, bro, Nurkic was actually tough, but yeah, he just kind of went downhill ever since that, and he just hasn't gone back to that form, so yeah. But I like Sexton to the Hornets, but, like, the Hornets just ain't going to compete in the East. I mean, I know the East is banged up, but, nah, LaMelo Ball can't stay healthy. I don't know.
To get off of him, there's not a contractual.
I wish Sexton would have went to an actual contender.
Right? They're both on expiring deals. To me, this very much just strikes me as we needed to clear a guard off of our roster, a veteran. We want to lose games, and we want to find more minutes for our young guys.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Nurkic can get back to the Portland days of his consistent productivity that we saw him do double-digit scoring for many seasons. By the way, before I let you go here, Sam, looks like you're very bullish on what Charlotte was able to do in this deal, but if we asked you for a grade maybe on each side, what would they be for each team?
I'm going to give it an A for Charlotte. This is kind of a no-brainer, right? You've basically turned an identical contract in a player that you weren't going to use into one that you are going to use, and you get a pick to do it. So it makes perfect sense for me. It opens up minutes for their young big men, right? Musa Diabate was good for them last year. They took Kalkbrenner from Creighton in the draft. I assume they're going to get a lot of opportunity to show what they can do. So I'm going to give them a straight A. For Utah, I guess I'm not going to give it an F. I'm going to give it a D just because they have so many young guards on that team that need minutes. They took Walter Clayton in the draft. They have Isaiah Collier. They have Keontae George.
They do have a lot of guards, bro. Yeah, I mean, I think Clarkson might be the next one out of Utah to get traded or just, hit free agency. I don't know if he can hit free agency. I don't know what type of contract he on, but yeah, Clarkson's either gonna get signed or he'll get traded by the Jazz to a different team. He has
a lot of guards.
There's no way
they
keep
needed to find minutes for that they weren't going to be able to do with Sexton on the team, and I would assume Jordan Clarkson's next out the door.
Yeah.
But to give up value just to get rid of the player, I'm almost compelled to ask, why wouldn't you just cut him, right? Are you really that bullish on Jusuf Nurkic after everything that you saw from him in Phoenix and Charlotte last year? I wouldn't be. So I'm confused why they're giving away the pick. This seems like a very strange trade for them, so I'm going to give him a D.
Okay, an A and a D from Sam Quinn here with the trade between Utah and Charlotte. And in case you missed it again, the trade details. Interesting enough, all the stuff surrounding the Jazz was Ace Bailey this week, and yet all of the rumblings behind the scenes leads to a Sunday trade in the NBA.
Oh, that was gonna do it? Okay. Let me go back.
Leads to a
So, if I had to grade this trade, not rated, I meant grade. I'd definitely give the Hornets like an A plus and S on this trade. I mean, they get the second round pick and they get Collin Sexton, who is a good guard. He's a good defender. He can score. And yeah, he's gonna be helping Lonzo Ball in that backcourt. And then the Jazz, obviously, if Nurkic could return to his Phoenix Sun, Portland Trailblazers self, I mean, it would be like a B. But yeah, I'd give it like an F. I'm not gonna lie. It don't make sense for the Jazz. It makes sense for the Hornets, but which I'm trying to say, it makes sense for the Jazz to trade Sexton. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense of what they got back. You know what I mean? They had to get rid of Sexton. They're gonna have to get rid of Clarkson probably because they have so many guards on that Jazz team. But yeah, Sexton's a Hornet and Nurkic is a Utah Jazz on the Utah Jazz now. But that's gonna do it for this reaction though. Make sure y'all subscribe, like the video, and I'm out. Peace.